Alright, YouTube. Sorry for the kind of crappy camera work, but I'm doing this 3 o'clock in the morning. I just got back from work. I'm probably going to be returning this tomorrow. I'm doing a quick review on this. It's the Dual XDM16BT. Those are all the features that it boasts about. 120 watts, that's 30 watts a channel, which is quite laughable. I do a lot of car stereo stuff, and I picked this up just kind of on a budget, just to put something in my car. And I really wish I hadn't. My neighbor ended up giving me a stereo that's much better than this. As you can see, there's all the features, built-in Bluetooth. The Bluetooth is nice. The hands-free calling does not work. It's got a tiny little microphone on it, which really doesn't pick up very well at all. Unless you're driving like a Cadillac that has no road noise at all, which if you're driving something like that, you're going to have a nicer stereo. Yeah, that's all the features there. Here's the stereo itself. Let's see if we can turn this light off and makes a difference. Okay, that's my first gripe. As you can see right there, boxed. These lights are blinding. Now, I'm driving a 1990 Toyota Corolla. You guys that have been subscribed for a long time should know it. I just got it back on the road again. I'm just stopped driving it for a while, but these lights right here are blinding. I mean, if you had your car stereo down further, it may not be as bad. But the fact that mine sits here, same level as my dashboard, it's absolutely and completely blinding. Another gripe is that your availability to change your audio really is very minimal, because you got bass, you got treble, you got balance and fade. You got your EQ, which is classic, rock, pop, flat, and off, which really isn't too very many. And then you're loud on and off. And that goes back to Bluetooth audio. It has really no mid-range. It has no other control over your audio. I like to be able to control my audio a lot. And I thought to myself, yeah, that's not too bad. It's got a on the rear of the stereo. Let's see if I can pop it out here. It doesn't lock in either. That's another thing I noticed with mine. Well, of course, it's going to lock in now. Oh, there we go. You can pull it out without any tools. On the back side, and your Bluetooth code, for anybody who's wondering, is 1234. I wrote that down just so I wouldn't forget. I mean, who would forget? But you can see it's built really crappy. And this is actually burning hot just by playing audio. Not super loud all the way home. You've got your front and your rear outputs for RCA. Your low audio, low volume audio. And this was kind of the final straw. I put it on the rear. I'm not expecting a whole ton from this, but I put this on, just put a subwoofer in yesterday. I've had this stereo for probably 2 or 3 weeks now, just trying to give it a chance. Put my subwoofer on it, and I've tried a couple different amps because I thought it was a cheap amp. I even put a really nice amp on, and it still has the same issue, that it doesn't filter out anything. It's sending 100% of the audio back, which makes a subwoofer sound like absolute garbage. It really does. You want to filter out all of your audio except for your low pass, all your bass notes, which there's a lot of stereos that don't do that, but they come close, or your amps can kind of compensate. But with this, it's just terrible. Absolutely terrible with pretty much all types of music, whether it's country or rap or, pop. Whatever you're listening to, it just sounds terrible. along with that, with the 30 watts channel, it's just not enough to run good speakers unless you're running the cheap speakers. Which really, if you're doing audio, don't go to Walmart. Even though their speakers look exactly the same as if you went to a good, well-known audio place. If you actually look at the model numbers, and I did this with a set of Pioneers I put in my other car. If you look at the model numbers, say it's for a Pioneer, so like a P18650A, but then if you buy them from Walmart, it's a P615, whatever I just said, 615, and then instead of the A being there, it'll either be a number, it'll drop it off. Looks exactly the same, but the voice coils are made differently. The surround and everything looks exactly the same, but the voice coils are made differently, and just the whole speaker's completely different. I had a set of speakers from Walmart, and they were absolute garbage. I bought speakers from an audio shop nearby, which that's the only place I buy audio now, which I regret buying this. I should have gone to them first. But I bought those Pioneer speakers from them, and they sound absolutely amazing, and they look exactly the same. I returned the Walmart ones, and never again will I go to Walmart for anything audio. But yeah, 6 minutes. Kind of a short rundown of a very, very crappy stereo. I would suggest not buying it unless you're putting it in a car to sell it. Putting something in, because selling a car with no stereo, people will knock you down a good $100 or more. This is a $20 stereo for what it is with the built-in Bluetooth. It's not terrible, but if you have any ear for audio at all, if you're picky about your audio, if you have a subwoofer, if you think about getting a subwoofer in the future, if you're not running just the bare minimum of the cheapiest speakers in your car, this won't run them, and they sound terrible. The reason why this sounds terrible with good speakers is the speaker needs to be able to be pushed. And if the stereo won't push that speaker, it's not going to sound right. It sounds, it's hard to explain. I'm not going to go in depth in this video. Like I said, I want to keep this short and sweet, as short as I can keep it, but I think we're going a little over that 8 minutes now. But yeah, suggest not buying this. And, don't go on Amazon, don't go on eBay, don't buy a stereo or a head unit from anything like that unless you know exactly what you're looking for. Whether, you go online and you want a Pioneer whatever, or a Kenwood whatever, or a JVC whatever. Those are kind of the stereo heads that I like. I like JVC and Kenwood's the best. But unless you know exactly the model number you're looking for, stay away from Amazon, stay away from eBay, and go to an audio shop. Call up a couple places and take a look at them. They'll show you exactly what you're looking for. They've got a ton of them, and they know how to show you what you're looking for. You say, I listen to country, and they'll point you to the right speakers, right deck, right stereo head. You listen to rap, you listen to this, you listen to that, or you listen to everything like I do. But, support your small businesses nearby and stay away from this kind of crap. I hope that helps somebody out there save a little bit of money. Hopefully they'll take this back as a return. Have a good one, tubers. Bye.